Hello everyone, my name is Javin and this is my YouTube channel. Today I thought since we're almost at a new year I would do a little reflecting and look back at the previous few months here I've been on YouTube. Take a little time. My ear itches. I wanted to answer a few questions I get asked all the time, and I've touched on a little bit, but I thought it deserved its own video. It's, why did I get back into collecting? And what made me want to start my YouTube channel? Why did I start it? What am I doing? As many of you may know, I may be touching on a few things I've talked about previously, but I thought it would make for an interesting video. But this is my original binder with my original Pokemon cards. I've got everything. I've got base set. I've got all the way up to like Expedition, even a little bit newer than that. But basically some old cards in here. Approaching on 20 years almost now. But when I think of Pokemon cards, I think of my binder from when I was a kid here. And, I stopped collecting around 2005. So that would be 12 years ago, almost 13 years ago now. And why did I stop collecting? I stopped collecting, I touched on it before, but I stopped collecting because I was getting a little bit older and I was kind of embarrassed to like Pokemon in a certain way. I was in middle school then and I was afraid other kids would make fun of me. I didn't want to, play my Game Boy or my DS at the time and play the Pokemon games around anyone. I played them at home by myself, but I stopped collecting. None of my friends played anymore. None of my friends collected. Didn't want anyone to make fun of me. Just didn't seem cool to me, but I still like Pokemon. I just didn't collect anymore, and as the years went by, I never got back into it. But what really got me back into collecting here was about 6 months ago. My mother, she brought back some cards from Japan. She goes there on business occasionally, and she picked up a few packs because I still play the Pokemon games. I've played every generation since it's come out. So I'm still interested in Pokemon, but I just didn't collect the cards. But she picked up a few packs. Thought it would be fun for me to open up some. And I opened up a few packs. And one of the packs I opened up had a full art Dragonite EX. I'll show that to the camera there. It's kind of reflective in there. But I opened up a few packs. I also got a Wishy-Washy GX out of a Sun and Moon set in Japanese. And then I got a holo Hitmonchan and some other cards too. I got a lot of really cool cards out of a few packs, and I thought the full art here was awesome because I've never pulled anything like that because I stopped collecting a long time ago, way before they started doing full arts. In opening up these packs, I decided, I think I'll go for a whole booster box. So I picked myself up a booster box of the Japanese equivalent of Evolutions. But the thing about the Japanese equivalent of Evolutions is I like it a lot better, and there's a few reasons why. It's a set that feels very special because every pack, it's kind of like the English Shining Legends in a certain way, or Japanese Shining Legends, it doesn't matter. But anyway, it's a very special set. Every single pack has a holo in it, guaranteed, and that's even if you get an EX or full art, you still also get a holo. So that's pretty crazy. And I love the original holo artworks, and so getting a whole booster box, you're guaranteed, I think there's 15 or 16 packs, so you're guaranteed 15 or 16 holos. You may get a few repeats, but I picked up 2 booster boxes in total to make this display, and I got a lot of extras, a lot of duplicates, but I was able to get every single holo in the entire set, which is what I really wanted. I love the full arts. The full arts are really cool, but these holos here, you can see the Nidoking, and I love the Machamp, and of course the Charizard and the Ninetales. See, I have a lot of these in the English, and it really brought me back. I have the Magneton and the Ninetales. I'll show you real quick. My Charizard, my Ninetales, my Magneton, the Chansey, and there's more, a few more that I have that are from base set as well. There's a version of Nidoking and a Raichu in there, so I've got a lot of these original cards that were from the original set, and it was so fun for me to be able to get these cards again, and I just wanted to make a display out of them because they're from my childhood and what I remember. But that's kind of what got me back into it. You know, I rag on the evolution set a lot, but I know that there's other collectors that it helped them revitalize their love for the Pokemon trading card game. And it's not that I don't like the English set because I never get any good pulls. But if I could get pulls like I got in the Japanese set, I would love it. Just all these old artworks just brought back so many memories. And this was before I started my YouTube channel. But I decided, you know what, I want to keep getting more cards because I had so much fun opening the booster boxes of the Japanese cards. And they look great. I really like some of the full arts in here. I got the full art Mega Charizard. I got another Mega Charizard card that wasn't full art, but gave that away a while ago because it didn't fit in the display. But I didn't start YouTube yet, but I decided I wanted to keep on going with the Pokemon cards. I wanted to keep collecting, and I thought, you know what? I've been wanting to do YouTube for a long time. I have a lot of channels I really enjoy watching, and I've been watching Pokemon YouTube channels for quite a long time prior to that. But I hadn't started a channel, so I decided now was the time. And the first Pokemon video I did on my channel was actually sharing most of this collection that I have of my old cards because it's pretty cool. You know, I love the old cards. But that first video of Pokemon cards that I did on my channel, it's not the first video on my channel, but it's the first video where I appear on my channel. It was embarrassing. It was really hard to do. It was hard to talk to the camera. I didn't know if anyone would watch it, and the only reason people have really watched it is because my channel has been successful since then. But it's harder than you think just to talk to a camera. Sitting here, I'm used to it now. But at first, I was pretty camera shy. I've never been on camera before, and it was a different experience. And it's something you have to get used to, I think. And maybe some people, they're just natural at it, but for me, it took a long time for me to get used to sitting in front of a camera and being able to just talk. And after that, I decided I'd make a few skits. I like adding some skits, some different comedy in my video that's a little bit different from other channels. I try to do something a little unique as just to opening cards up because a lot of people do that. So I like trying to do things a little different. In the future for my channel, I'd like to do some new, I've got some capture cards and some other stuff, and I'd like to do some reviews and some reminiscing on some older games, and what makes them good, what makes them bad, things I'd like to change about games and stuff. So I may be doing some future videos like that. They take a little bit more work, so maybe every few weeks one will come out. I don't know how it'll go over, but I love trying out new things on the channel, and that's pretty much the journey so far. How I started my channel, why I started my channel, why I got back into Pokemon, all that summed up. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story of me talking to you, because that's what this was. Hopefully it wasn't a waste of your previous minutes. I don't know how long this video is, but I feel like it's at least over 10.